Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest in exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
Here at Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com, we know you're just like us. You love to overland, you love to camp, you love to go canoeing, maybe biking, something like that. Any number of things, Charlie. How can Rhino Rack help me for any of my adventures?
We like to make space for adventure at Rhino Rack. So whether you're biking, hiking, skiing, camping, overlanding, we want to help you outfit your vehicles on those adventures. So we've got a variety of accessories and racks and systems that get you out into the woods to help you do that, or down to the beach, or off to the mall. Whatever it is you want to do with your automobile, wherever you want to take it, we want to be a part of it and help you make space to do it.
I know Rhino Rack loves two things, durability and versatility. Let's first talk about the durability. How are the racks from Rhino Rack made?
So we were born and bred in the Australian outback, right? So you've got
enough said, right?
Exactly. If it's tough enough to survive the outback, it's tough enough to survive your adventures in the United States or anywhere else you go. Fully aluminum trays, fully aluminum accessories and bars, right? So we've knocked off that corrosion problem. Any stainless steel and any hardware is going to be corrosion-proof, powder-coated. It's going to handle your salt spray. It's going to handle your UV rays. It's a rack for a lifetime, for sure.
And of course, I might add a warranty. You guys stand behind your products, of course.
Absolutely. We want to be as tough as the adventures you take, so you can give our customer service a call, and we're going to take care of you for everything we can.
And now let's talk about the versatility here. Now we have the bed rack here on this Toyota here.
Right, the Recon deck.
Yeah, the Recon deck. What sets us apart from some other racks we're going to find out there?
First one, safety, right? So we have to operate within the means of the vehicle. So our Recon deck system works seamlessly with your factory rails on your vehicle. So your Toyotas and your Dodge, things that have those racks, we're going to work with those. The system's going to work and be versatile for any of your ventures. So you can outfit this as a single bar, as a two bar. You can put a platform up there. You can put a basket up there. Anything that you want to do with the bed of this truck to double your storage capacity, the Recon deck's going to let you do it.
And let's talk about installation, because that's another concern people will have. Do I need to take this to a pro? Can I do it myself?
Definitely a do-it-yourself-at-home kit. So each vehicle is going to have a specific fit kit that's going to allow the towers and the bars to fit that vehicle. And it's just, you know, it's an afternoon in the garage, an afternoon in the driveway with some friends. All your installation tools are included with the product, and we make it easy on the instructions step by step. So definitely something you can take on yourself, or if you're comfortable, take it to a professional.
Let's quickly brush through the step by step. We just installed this a few minutes ago, and it didn't take long at all.
Right on. So we recommend just getting everything mocked up, open all your parts, check all your instructions, make sure your hardware is there, make sure all your pieces and you understand what they are. And then you're simply just going to pop out the end caps on your rails, follow that in with some hardware, line everything up one piece at a time, build it from the ground up, right? We started with the towers, then we added the crossbars, then we added the north-south bars, and if you wanted more adventure on top of that, you just keep adding your accessories.
And let's talk about accessories. What kind of things can I put on my rack from Rhino Rack?
Sky's the limit, right? So from rooftop tents to traction boards, shovels, recovery gear, kayak racks, storage boxes, all of these things. Whatever you can dream up, we've most likely got one of 100 accessories that'll fit that.
Lots of accessories from Rhino Rack. You brought a couple to show us. Let's see what you got.
So we've got the new large Stow-It. This new product is one of our launching the Stow-It families. This guy here is a multi-tool holder. It's going to hold something at about 2 to 3 inches in diameter, so you're going to be able to get an axe or 2 axes and a shovel or whatever it is that you want to put in here. This is a pretty versatile product in our new Stow-It lineup. Something else that comes with is an insert for a high lift jack. So we all know how difficult those things are to carry around.
They always rattle.
They always rattle.
You never find a way to keep it secure, lock it up or anything.
That's right. So we've answered all those questions, right? With that insert in the pin, we can close this down. You can see it's going to surround your handle and it's going to surround your I-beam. It's going to work with our master lock fit sets at Rhino Rack. So this answers that, and this bracket here is going to allow you to mount that to any surface. It doesn't have to be mounted to a roof rack at all. You can put this on a trailer, you can put it across your hood like guys like to do. Anywhere you can put that, it's going to hold your high lift jack for you.
And all these, of course, detach really easily because you have this system here.
That's right. Our Stow-It starter kit's going to allow you to get home, right? We always have to find a place to put this stuff. So say you want to change it out for the weekend, you want to put an awning in place of a shovel, or you want to just take the awning off because you want to drive to work with it on Monday. The Stow-It starter pack system is going to allow you to have a different set of mounting brackets that'll leave the foot on the rack, and you can remove the accessory when you get home and stow it for safety, just for convenience, fit in your garage. And when you get out to adventure, you can snap that back on, and one bolt's going to hold it in place for the whole trip.
For weekend warriors as well, you have the quick mounts.
That's right. So, yep, our quick disconnect leg system. It's going to have our quick disconnect feet. So these are going to slide in, allow you to drop it into its base, and once it's attached to the vehicle, they'll snap back out. They'll sit right into a little base. It also comes with a cover. So if you get home and you want to take the whole system off the bed of your truck, the whole system off your roof, you can take it up, hang it out, or even switch it out for something different if you want to.
Rhino Rack can carry all the gear you need to get into trouble but you can also carry the gear to get us out of trouble as well.
Absolutely. So with the Max Trax lineup, we've got a full range of recovery boards from the absolute extreme. If you're getting into the worst trouble, the extremes are going to take care of you, all the way down to something like a daily driver with our brand new light edition boards, right? Something we want to consider like a spare tire, right? If you can get into the trouble, we want to get you out of it.
With Rhino Rack, it doesn't just stop with Max Trax. They have a full line of recovery gear. You can find all of this and a whole lot more at rhinorack.com. And you can find more Motorhead Garage presented by Dragonfire right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com, is brought to you by Amsoil, the first in synthetics. OutOfSightAudio.com, don't cut that dash. SigDieselGear.com, custom LED grill lights for Ford, GMC, and Ram pickups. And by DragonfireTools.com, industrial workbenches with integrated tool storage.
Let's take hundreds and hundreds of horsepower, shove it through this pinion, which has to contact this ring gear, and then put the power to the ground. You better have a good oil to do that. Welcome to this Amsoil Tech Tip. We're talking about differentials. What's going on inside of there? Well, you can see it right here. The pinion's coming in from the drive shaft, driving on the ring gear, and we're getting our power out there. But boy, there's a lot of actually torque and stuff going on between those two gears. So what I want to do is I actually want to show you a service and what's going on here inside of there. We sped it up just for time's sake, but we went ahead and took the cover off. Once you take the cover off, you follow your service manual. Everyone's going to be a bit different, but you can see the fluid come out of there. That fluid's only going to last an amount of time. You're going to have to change it after a while. Then you go ahead, clean it off, get you some Amsoil brake clean, go in there and clean it off really well. Then you go back, put your bolts back on. Make sure you torque it to specification so you don't have any leaks. That fluid needs to be changed, and it needs to be changed regularly. Now, Len, if this isn't enough for you, man, this sold me. I know the fluid's much more than a package, but you've probably done this as well. I mean, you go to put the fluid in there, forget about it. You're not going to get it in there. It just depends on the differential location. This one's actually an easy one, and you can never get the whole bottle in there. So what do? Take the top off, switch it over, try to fill the other bottle. You're making a mess in a shop. Not a good idea. Amsoil, well, just this easy. Take it up there, man, the bottle actually fit no matter where we wanted to put it, and bam, you're done. That's enough to sell me, but I know the fluid's much more than that. So talk to us about the fluid.
You want to talk about this easy pack?
Yeah.
We could put whatever we wanted in here and people would use it because it is so convenient. That was a great video.
Absolutely.
The gear lube that's inside of that package, though, is also very, very special. What you described, all of those pressures and all of that action that happens inside of that gear, oil is jammed in between those gears. There's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of wiping that's happening. Proper additive formulation, good strong base oils, as you've heard me say before, they are highly, highly important. So you want to make sure you're using the right oil, making sure that all the gaskets are good, making sure you don't have any water intrusion or any of those things to make sure that you're protected.
Yeah, well, whether it's gear oil or any kind of oil products, go to amsoil.com and you will be protected.
And now our paintedautoparts.com Motorhead of the Week.
Tony spent 4 years teaching automotive technology at the high school level, and he's going on 17 years as a community college professor. And there's not enough time to list them all, but Tony has certifications through the roof. Well, let's just say if it runs on gas or diesel, he can work on it. And when he's not teaching folks how to work on cars, he's working on cars in his spare time, of course. He says he's done around 350 restorations, mostly for friends and family. And he's done a few for himself, too. A 70 Chevelle LS6 with a factory 4-speed, a custom 74 Corvette, and his favorite, an 83 International Scout 80. He paid $350 for it, and after restoration, last year he sold it for $45,000. Hey, hop on over to MotorheadGarage.tv and tell us why you or someone you know should be Motorhead of the Week. We'll tell your story to the world.
Don't go anywhere. More Motorhead Garage presented by DragonfireTools.com still to come.
Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com, coming to you from the Campbell's Custom Care Studio.
This is Motorhead Garage presented by DragonfireTools.com.
We talk all the time here on Motorhead Garage about performance. You want to make you go faster, perform better? Well, nothing's more important than stopping the vehicle.
Absolutely right.
And Bill, this 64 Ford Galaxy is a great car. It's also a boat, and it came with drum brakes.
Absolutely, yeah.
It had drum brakes on it until we got it in here. Why are drum brakes bad?
Well, drum brakes are inadequate for today's standards. You get a lot of modern cars that have much better performance to them, so they stop a lot faster. And the old drum brakes, they're very inconsistent in how they stop. You can stop right, you can stop to the left, but you're usually never stopping straight.
We've all done that. You're wrestling with it as you slow down. So the natural progression then is to throw disc brakes on the vehicle.
Absolutely.
And the way that's been in the past, you're just kind of Frankensteining it.
Yeah, so a lot of people use junkyard parts or parts from different vehicles to put a kit together on their vehicle, which may or may not have been sized right for that application. And then they try to put a booster and master cylinder together, and then they call us because half the things aren't working right together.
And us is lead brakes.
Yes.
And you guys offer kits that people can just buy and bolt on.
Yeah, absolutely. So we try to make it as simple as possible for the consumer. Complete drum to disc brake conversion kits with all the nuts, bolts, hardware, bearings, seals, brake lines, booster, master, everything that they need in one kit to bolt on.
What kind of range are we talking with vehicles?
So we do a lot of Mopar applications, full-size Ford, Mustangs, Camaros, Chevelles, all the GM AFX body kits, some C10 applications.
Very cool. And let's talk about the fit. They're all model specific.
Yes, absolutely. It's all direct fit applications, so nothing's universal. There's usually no cutting, welding, or drilling. It's all bolt-on. And we do a wide range of product. If you got a Y-block engine or a FE motor for this specific car, we have different boosters and masters that clear different engine components as well.
It's all bolt-on. Is there anything tricky about the installation?
Nope, no, nothing at all. We even give you brake lines so you don't have to do any cutting and flaring.
If I'm having trouble with anything, what can I do?
You can give us a call. Our tech line is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they'll walk you through anything. If it's our parts or not, we'll talk about what you have going on in your vehicle to make it safe for you to drive.
And we've got the standard kit here on the Galaxy. You've got some upgrades available as well.
Yes, yeah, so we do some black powder coat, red powder coat, our Max Grip XDS cross-drilled and slotted rotors with a magnet zinc coating on them, and braided hoses as well.
Excellent. This is the booster and master cylinder that's actually in the Galaxy.
Yep, absolutely.
And this comes together.
Yes.
Why do you guys do that?
So we pre-assemble everything to make it easy for the customer, so there's no guesswork on push rod lengths or how the system goes together. We put a card in between the booster and master cylinder because the master cylinder has to come off to be bench bled in order to get all the air out of the master cylinder, then reinstalled back on the power brake booster. But we try to ship everything pre-assembled so that it's much easier for the customer to install.
Performance is going to improve, the safety is going to improve, and you're going to love it. Find them at leadbrakes.com. You know, I am a storage nut. So when I see a new storage idea, I jump all over it, and this is one of them. This is a Lev Rack, Ryan.
Yeah.
You came up with this a few years ago. What was the inspiration?
Yeah, basically our shop is on a farm in Nebraska, and we needed a parts room on the shop floor essentially. So we loved the idea of a mobile aisle system, but we didn't like the tracks in the floor that were in existing systems. So we kind of use pallet racking as the frame. So it's all top down. You don't have to deal with gravel or dust or anything in a track in the floor because it's all overhead, but basically just maximizing your square footage of your shop because it's important, right, for other stuff. So this is all in one, basically a parts room on the shop floor is the idea behind it.
And not only you're maximizing the space, you're maximizing the stuff you may already have on hand.
Exactly, yeah. You're using pallet racking as you would overhead with a lot of capacity. And this is our 8-foot wide system. So it's our 8 wide, 7 tall, 3 foot deep. Total capacity of the system is around 9,500 pounds. And that puts each one of these rated at 800, and then you still have a decent amount of capacity overhead for engine blocks, tires and wheels, whatever that you would store up there essentially.
What are the different sizes?
So we have 4 spans, so 7, 8, 10, and 12, and then we do a 30-inch depth, a 36, and a 48. So there's just kind of across the board, and we also drop into existing pallet racks. So if you had a wall of racking, utilizing this head-down space is a key, because most of the time this level of pallet racking at your waist just becomes a catch-all. You can't reach it, it's 3 or 4 foot deep, so this is just utilizing that space better and providing you kind of with a ton of different options as well inside.
Let's talk about those options here. 4 shelves come standard in each of the units.
Correct, yeah. They ship with 4 completely adjustable shelves. Each one will hold 200 to 250 pounds. But then we also go into some accessories. This is one of our more popular accessories. It's a drawer kit. It's just basically a toolbox style drawer that locks in when it closes. We also have the slat wall here on display that integrates directly into the teardrop. As you can see, it just pops in 6-inch sections. That's an aluminum slat wall, so it gives you more capacity for tools and all that stuff.
Cool, and we'll look at the next section here. You've got a couple other accessories that you've come up with, and I'm sure you listen to your users
yes,
and find out what their needs are.
For sure, for sure. So one of them is going to be this, we call it a bucket shelf. So it's a recessed shelf, it's a single piece, but it gives you the ability to move these and adjust them back and forth and store aerosols or whatever you need to compartmentalize, essentially organize better. It gives you that option. Then we have just a hanger rod here. So whether it's for your garage at home where you know your wife kicks you out of the house and your gear goes in the garage, or for guys at work where they're storing their work jackets and stuff, welding gear, whatever, just gives you a nice option to hang stuff.
Excellent. We'll go check out the workbench
for
over
sure.
here. First of all, the hook here from one of your friends.
Oh, yeah.
Gator hook.
Yeah.
And you can put those anywhere.
For sure. It's all about maximizing space. The bench for us is kind of a newer option. We call them workstations. Essentially, again, it's all around pallet rack. So you still have the pallet rack frame. We have 4-foot and 8-foot options. So either one, we call it the plus. So the overhead is the workstation plus. Fully adjustable bench, but again, super simple. If you don't want it or if it's in the way, you can pop it apart. Completely boltless application. Throw it in the corner if you don't need it. Put it back on when you need it. So it's just the flexibility.
And super simple to install. 2 guys put this together in about 10 or 15 minutes. It doesn't get any easier than that. You can revolutionize the way you work. You can revolutionize the way you store stuff. Check them out at levrack.com.
Keep it right here. More Motorhead Garage presented by DragonfireTools.com, just around the corner.
Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com. Industrial workbenches with integrated tool storage. And brought to you by PaintedAutoBodyParts.com, the leading U.S. auto body parts online store. Eagle Lights, finely crafted LED lighting solutions. Campbell's Custom Care, your detail specialist. And by Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radio since 1977.
Hey Motorheads, welcome back to Motorhead Garage presented by DragonfireTools.com. Now if you've got a pickup truck like this F-150, you're probably doing some yard work and some things around the house. It's putting up with a beating and you want to protect your truck. And of course you can do that with a Bedliner, and the place to go is a familiar name, Gorilla. Now Clint, why should I turn to the Gorilla Bedliner system?
Just like all the other products that we make, it's built to do, it's built for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
And it is tough. What kind of beating is this going to stand up to?
It's extremely durable. It is going to be scratch resistant, corrosion resistant, and fade resistant.
It's going to protect the bed for a long time, and it's going to keep that black look. It's not going to fade like a lot of others do in the sun, too. There are a lot of professionals out there doing this. How does this compare to a professional-looking bedliner?
Well, the nice thing about it is DIY. It's something that anybody could use and anybody could do.
What's the prep process like once you get ready for it? First of all, I can apply it directly to the metal in the truck bed.
Yes.
Okay, so then what do I need to do to prep the truck to get it ready for the
All you would need to do is you would need to clean all the debris. You would scuff the bed really quickly with a 80 grit to 180 grit sandpaper. Clean it out and apply it. It can be applied with the roller and tray system, or aerosol.
And you get that nice texture with the roller. Do you get that same texture out of the can as well?
The roller is much easier to use. It has a nice open cell roller, specifically designed for Gorilla, bed liners.
It gives you the texture, and that roller, I know a lot of rollers, the nap kind of peels off and you get that crud in the paint or in the whatever you're putting on.
Yes,
there.
This roller is actually, it has solvent in this product. It does not degrade the roller as other rollers will. We don't want anything to where it's going to have particles come out of it. This roller is the best one.
And then of course you have the spray can there. That's another way to apply this. Is that essentially the same product?
Exactly the same product.
And they both apply an even finish, so if and it's only one step, so if I put part of it on Saturday and that's all the time I have, can I do the rest the next day?
You can go right back and finish the job. You don't have to do it all in one day.
How big of a bed can I do with like one of the tins there?
With one tin, you can do a 6-foot truck bed.
All right, and then the spray, I see you have an undercoating as well, so it's not just for the truck bed.
Yes. The undercoating works really great for under the vehicle, as well as your fender flares or inside your fender wells. Anywhere that doesn't necessarily need UV protectant, this is going to be your best bet. for jobs that are, smaller jobs, smaller scratches within the bed and stuff. The truck bed coating and the aerosol is a perfect fit.
That's all available now, and then coming up here in stores, folks are going to be able to get the truck bed liner. How is this different from the truck bed coating?
This is a two-part system, and when we say two-part, it's going to give you more of a 10 times the durability. It actually has a hardener that mixes with the bed liner itself and creates a very high UV protectant as well as better scratch resistant.
And I know that gives you a 10 times stronger bed liner than a lot of the others that are out there. What are the ways that we actually apply this thing? How's it different?
This would be can be applied the same way as the one part with the roller, with the special roller and tray.
And then the spray gun as well is something you can use?
Yes.
And that attaches right to the bottle here, so that makes it nice and handy.
It actually has the threads for this spray gun fit specifically on this container.
Now I know with the truck bed coating, you don't need to wear any special respirator, just a regular kind of a charcoal mask with it. What about the bed liner?
You still need to use it in a well-ventilated area, but a charcoal respirator is fine.
Well, the Gorilla system is incredibly durable, it's UV resistant, and it's going to make your truck look great for a long, long time. You can go to their website and find out why Gorilla products are made for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. That's GorillaBedliner.com. We are pulling into the station here at Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com. We hope you join us once again next week when we do it all again. Until then, from our entire crew here in the garage, drive safely.